Good morning, vlog girls. Welcome back to my channel. My name's Dre. If you're new here, I post all kinds of lifestyle content. I work a 9 to 5. I'm a photographer. I have my own business, and my husband and I just moved to the suburbs of Atlanta. So we have a ton of content on the way. Today, we're headed into the city. We are going to the farmer's market, which is our favorite farmer's market. It opened last weekend. So last weekend we were moving, so we didn't get to go. So we're going this weekend. I'm so excited to bring you along. We're also going to IKEA, and we're coming back because we still have so much unpacking to do. As you can see, we have no furniture. Literally nothing shows up until this week. The only one that has furniture is Remy, because you best believe our daughter is gonna be taken care of. She has her bed, right, Bubba? She has her bed. She has her toys. She has her crate, which is a mess. We need to wash all those freaking blankets. But look how pretty. Oh my gosh, do you love your new house? Literally the sweetest angel. Also, ignore, please. What a mess. But our bar stools came in. So last time, the last vlog was our moving vlog. You saw this place completely bare. I'm actually selling, these were our bar stools in our apartment. These black bar stools, they're like literally brand new. We only had 2 because our bar was so small in our apartment. So we only had 2, and obviously this bar is a lot bigger, and like our style has evolved a little bit. We don't really want like the black like wiring like in our new home. So we were like, let's just sell these. They were super cheap on Amazon, so I'm selling them for even cheaper on Facebook Marketplace. And we ordered these, which I'm obsessed. They are literally so cute. This is gonna be our new style that we're like going for, a lot more like organic, that we're trying to like, it's very grown. We're like in our grown era. Also today in this vlog, if everything goes as planned, we're going to be doing our renter friendly updates to this kitchen. So as you see it right now, this is not what it's gonna look like. These colors clash a little bit. We wanna warm this up a little bit. So we're going to change the colors of the cabinets, the colors of the counters, and we'll see if the DIY works because it's renter friendly. We've seen it all over the internet, and we're like, okay, if we stay here for a year or 2, I just want it to feel like home. I'm like done living in the millennial gray, like renter ideas. Like I'm done. So here is what it looks like before. I'll also keep you posted on everything. There's another DIY that my husband's doing for his studio desk. And then this like floor, can't do much about the gray on the floor, but it like looks grayer on camera than it does in person. And I think with our furniture, with the kitchen updates that we're doing today, and with like a rug and like the curtains that we're gonna put up, it might like lighten up the floor a little bit. So trust the process. We're gonna revamp this entire space. I'm so excited. Also, towards like a few months from now, we're trying to get some pendant lighting for here. So this entire kitchen is gonna look different than what you see now, but you're kind of just seeing like the work in progress of what we think is gonna happen in here. But yeah, that's that. We're headed into the city. We're running a few errands, and then we're coming back to revamping this space behind me and continuing to unpack because you don't want to go into our garage. It literally is a scary, scary, scary sight. And we've made it to the city, y'all. Do not miss this traffic. Y'all believe we lived in Atlanta 5 years and my man has not taken me to the aquarium? Yeah. We're here. This is our old neighborhood. Big city. That was my first building that I ever lived in by myself. I had a little tiny studio apartment, and this gas station has traumatized me. So this corner, listen, I have a theory. There's something about, if you live in Atlanta, it's not Spring Street, but I think it's West Peachtree Street. OMG, you guys. Let me tell you something about West Peachtree Street. It's cursed. Somebody put a mal de ojo, whatever they did. There's somebody out there with a doll with the name West Peachtree Street, and she's poked up because the way West Peachtree Street had so much chaos. I lived by myself on West Peachtree Street on two different buildings. Yeah, it is West Peachtree Street. I lived on that street in two different buildings, and both buildings were chaotic and stressful and agonizing. Definitely don't recommend moving to that street if you're coming to Atlanta. Other than that, Midtown was great. I don't have big complaints about Midtown. I think also there's another street coming up. If you move like closer to the Fox Theater, that can get a little bit grungy if you're walking. But there's only like a section like of just Peachtree Street where it's like a little bit not the vibe if you're walking. If you're driving, you're fine, and then you'll get to like the part of the Fox Theater, and then over there it's cute. But you just have to like find your pockets. But here's Midtown. This is literally where we lived for so much time. The Sugar Factory, the fact that that's still open is literally mind-boggling. Sweat House, my queen. And you are coming right up on our building. There, that was our building. Wow. I love her. Oh my god, I loved this building. Honestly, if our apartment wasn't so tiny, I would have dragged Taylor back into that apartment, into that building. But the prices out here are crazy. Like to get a 2-bedroom even.
The price we're paying for our...
Literally what we're paying...
is like what the studio apartments cost.
Literally, like our studio apartment, it wasn't a studio. It was like a half 1-bedroom apartment. Oh, hi. This was our building. I love you, Virio. If you are looking for a place to live and just come rent in Atlanta, I cannot recommend this place enough. Virio, listen. One thing oh wow, that would have been clutch. One thing though is Atlanta apartment buildings change quickly, and we haven't lived there for a minute. So if you move there and you hate it, sorry. But for the time we lived there, it was beautiful and amazing and iconic. And I just love because you walk right up and then you're at the park. And the farmer's market is over there. So I'm so excited. I don't see a farmer's market. Did they move it? Yeah, I'm sure it's back.
But like you saw like, not ads, but like they said.
Yeah. Y'all, I just looked it up. They closed it temporarily. They literally posted that it opened last weekend. And then they closed it temporarily and it doesn't open for a few weeks. So we drove all this way. So now I'm gonna find a different farmer's market because we wanna go to a farmer's market. So let's see what I can find. Okay, we found another farmer's market. It's not our usual farmer's market, but we were craving a farmer's market moment. So we came to this one. I'll let you know if we like it, and I'll put the address on the screen or in the description so you guys can go check it out yourself. Stimulated, but we're fighting through it. Let's hope that this drink would chill me the fuck out. Oh yeah. Honestly, I'm obsessed with healthy drinks. So this is very much up my alley. I can taste the turmeric, I can taste the ginger, but the lemon kind of like sweetens it up for me. Oh, I'm taking a deep breath. That was a lot. I got a little bit overstimulated. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I just get overstimulated really easily. And also, I'm still getting over this like post-trip cold that I got, and so my sinuses are like still kind of clogged, and it's like popping my ears constantly. So just the fact that that's going on at the same time, and it was just like really packed. It was a lot going on. There was like music playing and multiple conversations at the same time, and we were trying to figure out what to get. Our line was really long. There was a wasp, which if you know me, wasps are like literally the scariest thing to me. Like, I would rather be locked in a room with a snake than be locked in the room with a wasp. Like, that's the level of anxiety that wasps bring to my life. So that was a lot. But on a very positive note, we got delicious drinks. This is their daily detox. I filmed a little bit of like what their vibe was. Very like hippie, very Bogota. So cute, and the drink tastes delicious, and they like squirted a little like wellness tonic that is supposed to help with anxiety and chilling out your nervous system, which is pretty much exactly what I need. Also, it got really freaking hot, so thankfully I was wearing a t-shirt underneath my hoodie for the sweatsuit, because I honestly thought it was going to be like a nice little winter to spring day, but it was more like a full spring day. Like, it's beautiful out. It's sunny, but once the sun is out, it's literally 69 degrees and sunny. Like, the perfect day. But like, if there were to be a little bit of shade, I would be chilly. And if like when the sun was out with no clouds, I got a little hot. So I took this off. And then Taylor got himself some coffee, and he got himself a little mocktail from the same place that I got this drink. So overall, it was a successful farmers market trip. We didn't get any food. Taylor was bent over backwards about getting food because I'm struggling with eating in the mornings. And now it's noon and we haven't eaten. My poor man. I starved my man. So we need to find some food. But first, we have to stop at a coffee shop down the street really quick, because we're meeting up with my brother-in-law, who has one of my cameras that he borrowed for something this week. So I grabbed that from him because I have a few things to film today. And then, yeah, we're just gonna head to IKEA, do our IKEA thing, and then go home to unpack. You guys, this is our wedding venue.
Not the presidential sale. Goodness.
This was our wedding venue. And the freaking people that run it put the most heinous flags on the venue for no freaking reason. Because nobody cares. Oh my
That's
God.
why do they keep...
Thank God we got married there before they put that thing up.
They just will not let that venue be.
They won't let it be great.
Right.
They won't let it be great.
Really ugly things.
We're about to stop at Sweet Green and eat some lunch, and then we're going to IKEA, which is right there. Bye, girl. We got it. I was just saying that I'm like so overstimulated and fatigued, but maybe it's just because I'm tired. Is that my bowl? Okay, so I'm gonna eat my bowl when we get home just because I'm not starving, but Sweet Green came out with fries. So I'm really excited. They're air fried with avocado oil, which, period. Yes, please, I'm frying in here. So we're gonna try these. We asked for both sauces, but they have pickled ketchup and what was it, garlic aioli? So I'm excited to try these. We have made it to IKEA, and we came very determined for one thing and one thing only. We're getting these Eke cabinets. We're getting 3 of them. Bin 25 is these. Aisle 1, bin 25. All right, done. 1, 2, 3. Is that the same thing? Yeah. All right, let's go. We are in the parking lot at Whole Foods, and I'm waiting on my husband. He ran up to do a return and get 2 things I sent him for. I've been so overstimulated today, and I was not about to brave Whole Foods on a Saturday afternoon in Midtown. So I just stayed in the car while he ran up there, and literally while I've been sitting here in this parking lot, 3 chargers, like the charger, have driven by, revving up their engines. A bunch of motorcyclists went by with loud engines and loud music playing. This is why I went to the suburbs. I cannot wait to go back to my suburb. We're about to leave the city, and I feel alive again. Do you hear that? Peace and quiet. I love it here. We don't have a bed or a couch yet, and so I'm struggling as a rot girl because I have to lay on this bare air mattress because all of our sheets are in our guest room bed, which we were sleeping on that bed until we get our bed in our guest room bed. But I just needed a minute, so I can just sit on this bare air mattress and remember the days when we had no furniture and I was so tired, and now I am getting all of my energy back. I need to go eat my lunch so we can keep going, but I'm hiding from my husband for a few minutes in here so I can take a few deep breaths and lower my cortisol. I think he found me.
Did you eat?
No, I was just laying in here. Okay, you guys, I'm so nervous. You want to look at it? Okay, so this is the renter-friendly counter updates we're gonna make. I'm so nervous.
Thing?
Yeah.
Just to see what
I'm so nervous because if these don't work out, we've already returned 2 options. If these don't work out, that means we have to order something else and return these, and I'm just ready to do it. So, ready? 1, 2. Okay. I have to see it open. I'm nervous. Please work. Hold on, I'm showing the camera. Okay, so we're returning that. We didn't like it, but it's okay because we found one that we liked, ? And we ordered it. So it gets here this week. It is what it is, but we're at least gonna change the cabinets because we know we like the cabinet color. So we're gonna change that, and then when the countertops come, we'll change that. But that's just annoying, but it is what it is. It's the life of Amazon orders. In the meantime, I'm eating my lunch. Shout out to Sweet Green. I'm just having a little sweet green salad. I'll probably save half of this for dinner because these salads are huge. And then I'll get up and start helping with the countertop or with the cabinets.
Yeah, bubbles.
Okay guys, as you can see, this is taking a lot longer than we expected because the TikTok tutorials are literally like, the guy's by himself going. But this definitely takes 2 people, and lesson number 1 is this heat gun.
Absolutely necessary.
It's necessary, but you also like can't do too much of it or else it's gonna ruin, like it's gonna make it all bubbly. So it's like you have to like put a little bit of heat and then take it off. So it's definitely a 2-person job, but this is what we have to show for the past 30 minutes. Yay! This is a little fail, but
Yeah, just that edge right there.
it's okay because that's where you close it, right?
Yeah, this gets close.
You don't really even see that.
Yeah. And we can finesse this a little bit too at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So anyway, this is our one little sliver that we've done. Now we're gonna do this sliver. Okay, you guys, this is taking a lot longer than we thought. It's just like such a process. So we've only finished 1 cabinet door and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. But after this, it's literally about to be 11 o'clock at night. So we're going to turn in and go to sleep and just keep going tomorrow. We're not going anywhere tomorrow. We're just gonna try to tackle as much of this as we can. But I'm gonna show you what it looks like right now. And I am so excited. This is just gonna warm up the space so much. These are renter friendly if you're renting right now. And it just looks so good. I'm obsessed with it. I love the color. I can't wait to see the full kitchen done. And I can't wait to do the counters. We ordered something different than what we had. We're gonna return that tomorrow. So there's the update. I hope to show you more updates tomorrow. But we'll see. We'll see. I think this is gonna warm up the space so much. It goes so much better with like our furniture. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. This is gonna make me wanna get pendant lights like sooner rather than later because it's just, these silver ones are just not gonna match anymore. Even though the hardware is silver. We did get new hardware. We're keeping everything. Obviously, this is renter. We're renting here. So we're keeping everything like really organized. The hardware that we got compared to the hardware that came with the house. So I'm just excited for the way everything is looking. I'll be honest, we did not do the back of the door because that's too much paper. So what he's gonna do is just like wrap it all the way through here, and you can see how sloppy we honestly, this was our learning curve door. And if we owned this house, we would just repaint the cabinets. But for now, I think it's going to really change the space and I'm so excited. So anyway, I'm exhausted. We still have so much stuff to do. And I've been dealing with some sinus congestion. So I'm gonna go take a hot shower to see if all of the hot shower can help me get that out of the way. And that's that. And then we're gonna go to sleep. We'll see you in the morning. This vlog is just like a whole weekend in my life vlog. So we'll see you in the morning to see how far we can get with these cabinets. Good morning, vlog girls. We had a really late night, so let myself sleep in a little bit. I don't know if I mentioned it in yesterday's vlog, but I'm going through a little bit of nasal congestion, and like it's starting to hurt my ears. Like my sinus is like just having a lot of situation. So I can't take decongestants because I have Graves' disease, and if you have a thyroid disease, or if you're pregnant, or if you're like, it's like all in the back of the label for any decongestant, I can't take it. So I went to the pharmacy yesterday and I got saline nasal spray, and I've been doing that since yesterday. My ears still hurts, but I can definitely breathe better, so I'm just gonna keep doing it. I've also been doing some like sinus like massaging, so I did that last night. I'm gonna do it again this morning. And today we have a lot to do. We're not leaving the house whatsoever. We are just going to focus on house things. I really want to get our bathroom together because I'm gonna show you this jump scare. Please. We're living out of our travel stuff and we have nothing else in here. I'll also give you a jump scare of our bedroom right now. This is literally the situation we're living in right now. That's an air mattress. We were sleeping in that before we got the mattress for the guest room. So we've been sleeping in the guest room because it has a real mattress. But this is all like donations. That stuff I still need to go through. That is what we're living out of. That's dirty laundry. This is like bedroom things that I need to unpack, but also I'm trying to not unpack everything because as you can see, there's no furniture in here. So I'm like, what am I gonna do with all the stuff that's supposed to go in like a dresser and nightstands? Like it has nowhere to go. It's just gonna sit on the floor and like create more clutter. So I'm trying to be picky with what I unpack until we have some furniture. So it's gonna take a little while for this to like feel like a cozy room, and I'm okay with that. We ordered a bed and it doesn't ship until late March, so it probably won't get here until beginning to middle of April. So I'm trying to channel patience. Our closet is pretty much unpacked. It's a disaster though. This stuff this is clean clothes I need to fold. That is like stuff that I unpacked and it was in other bags that I need to hang. This stuff is hung that like came from our closet that just like was in bags. And these are all like pants that I want to get those like pant hangers for. So I want to reorganize this. We do have some storage in here, so I'm going to put some stuff in here in these drawers. This is all of our winter stuff back here. And my plan for that is to put it in our guest bedroom closet and my office closet because we have space in there. So I'm going to run some loads today, and then we are still working on our kitchen cabinet updates. So I'm doing that. I am trying to take care of my sinuses this morning. My husband is doing a little bit of work, and that's that. And then I'm gonna need to get some work done for my business, but I'll do that probably at the end of the day. Throughout the day, we're just going to try to be as productive as possible. I'm not even gonna show you our garage because if you think this is all a jump scare, you would die seeing our garage. Okay, you guys, here's the update. Let me show you what it's looking like. We have the same thing I showed you last night. Taylor stayed up a little bit later than me and he finished this door by himself. And then this morning, we're working on this other door, which both of them are gonna go up there. And then my task this morning has been to cut up all the pieces, measure all the other cabinets, and cut up all the pieces. So I've been measuring all of the other cabinets and just like checking off and like measuring and cutting the rest. That way we can get ahead of everything and finish with at least getting like heavy pieces ready so that we can move faster. We have been moving faster than yesterday, a little faster. It still does take a long time, but I'll show you like Taylor's been able to like manage working by himself on like with the heat gun. So it like freed up my hands to do this part. So at least I feel like it'll help to like be able to move a little faster. We'll see. The goal is to try to finish at least up to these cabinets, which is like these two have this done. I don't know if we'll get to that one today, but we possibly could. It is 2:30 in the afternoon, so I don't know if it'll happen. I'm still having my congestion, so I might go to urgent care. I'm just scared it's gonna turn into a sinus infection because I have surgery a week from tomorrow, and I definitely don't want to be dealing with any kind of infection. I feel like they won't even operate on me if I have an infection or if I'm on antibiotics. Happy Monday. I didn't update you guys at the end of yesterday because it ended up being kind of a late night. Also, the time changed for daylight savings, so like spring forward, we like lost an hour of sleep. I was also like, I mentioned it earlier in this vlog, but I'm having a lot of congestion and it's kind of causing me some ear pain. I went to get ear drops and it didn't help. So I'm starting to get a little bit concerned because I have surgery on my eyelid for my thyroid eye disease. I haven't talked about this, but I'll make a whole video for it. I'm gonna vlog the whole thing. So I have surgery a week from today, and I'm scared that this might turn into an infection because I don't think they can operate if I'm like actively on antibiotics. So I'm going to urgent care in like an hour. Taylor had to go to do a work thing. So he'll be back in about 30 minutes is what I'm hoping. And then my appointment at urgent care is in an hour. So hopefully they're able to like help me figure out what the heck is going on in here. But that's the update. We also underestimated how long it would take for us to do this kitchen thing. So I'll show you where we're at with it. Here is where we're at. So we've done this section and those doors are done. So that's them. They're finished, ready to go. But we need to finish doing these like side things, and then Taylor can put the doors up, and then our plan is to do those tonight. So our hope is that we're gonna have this whole top section done by tonight, and then we can start cutting up this bottom section that we have down here. So the goal is to do it in stages. That's stage 1, and then we have to do the crown molding, and then stage 2, and then we'll leave this part last since like you can't really see it from over here. So at least we'll have all of this done hopefully by the end of this week. It does take a lot longer than we thought, and we also have a ton of more projects going on, so I'll show you. This is Taylor's music studio desk that he's fixing up. He thrifted this from Craigslist and he got like a super good deal on it, but it needed some fixing up, which it's fine. So he's fixing it. He's doing basically the same thing. This is like a contact paper and it like looks like wood imitation. So he like sanded it down. He like fixed the parts that like needed fixing, and he's just putting that over it. So that's a project that's ongoing. And then that corner is like our ongoing projects corner. This is our security system for the house that he has to set up. So like our cameras, our doorbell, like all that. This is his studio chair that is just gonna be an easy setup, but he needs to finish that before he finishes this, because what's the point of having a desk chair if he doesn't have a desk? And then this is the IKEA stuff that we got earlier in this vlog that we're gonna DIY, our entire TV console that's gonna go there. So that's in the works. And then as you can see, there's literally no furniture here, and our upstairs looks like even more of a jump scare. So we're thinking furniture's coming in this week though. I have for our dining room table, our tracking says she's coming this week. And then our couch is supposed to show up either by the end of this week or beginning of next, which my fingers are crossed that it'll be beginning or end of this week because my surgery is Monday of next week. So I'm hoping to have a couch to sit on while I'm recovering. It's eyelid surgery, so like I will need to limit screen time because I had the same surgery done on this eye. It's happening on this eye now. I had it done in 2022 when I finished my first round of treatment for thyroid eye disease. And so I'm like briefly remembering the recovery, and I think it was like 4 or 5 days where I had to be like limiting screens, like couldn't work, couldn't watch TV, couldn't like do a lot of reading. So it's just a lot of like sitting around and doing nothing. And I also can't lift anything heavy. So I want to like have a couch, or else I'm literally gonna be bored out of my mind just walking around this empty house. And we obviously don't have a bed yet. We have just our guest bedroom bed, so maybe I'll just lay on that. I'm just hoping we have a couch. This has been the most chaotic month. Oh my gosh, but it's okay. I'm currently working from home. I work from home, for those of you who don't know. And this is my little setup, literally. Here we are. Kitchen counter, work computer. I've been working off the kitchen counter. I cannot wait to have a desk. That is literally number one on the priority list for next month, because we've maxed out our furniture budget. I'm really trying to be strict with our budget because we still have big savings goals. So I'm not letting us just like spend all of our money on furniture. We're going pretty slowly, which that's okay. You're supposed to take your time. So why is this fan on? I'm already cold enough. I think I just turned everything on this morning because I was too tired. But yeah, so this month's budget is maxed out as far as furniture goes, but next month's budget is still wide open. So my desk will be one of those things, because I think maturing is realizing that you need a second screen. I need my second screen. I used to not really care. And there's days, like for example, today, what the stuff I have to do at work is not like really crazy, but like I do have my screen like split. And so like if I didn't have good eyesight, I'd be screwed. So I miss all is yapping is to say that I miss my second screen. I cannot wait to have my office set up. So a desk and a desk chair is like coming up for me. I might DIY some stuff as well, just because furniture is so damn expensive. I like just can't fathom. So that's the update. I'm working from home today, going to urgent care. I'll give you an update on that, and then I'll probably close out this vlog. It was supposed to be just like a weekend in my life, and then it drug on to Monday. So I'm just gonna work, hang out, and go to urgent care. Hopefully this gets taken care of. Also, I'm selling these bar stools on Facebook Marketplace, and the person who wants to buy them from me wants to come today. So in the afternoon, those will probably be gone, and that's that. That's the update. So stick around to see what on earth else we do. Okay, got back from urgent care, and thankfully I don't have an ear infection. I was really worried about that, but I do have sinusitis, which is just a lot of congestion, and they looked at my ears. Everything looks okay. It's just the pressure's coming from in here. The workday just ended, so now I'm gonna tackle this. SOS. I'm gonna do the bathroom first. These boxes I'm gonna ignore to my right. I'm gonna focus just on her. The girl that's buying the bar stools from me is on her way, so that should be out of the way. in a few minutes, and I'm hoping to be done with the bathroom so that can be all cleaned up. That's all a jump scare. And then this box is gonna overwhelm me, but that's okay. And then I think we can make a game plan for something else. We can either tackle garage, or I know Taylor's gonna continue working on the counters or the cabinets tonight. So that might be the end of this vlog. We'll see what the end of the workday ends up looking like. But for now, it's bathroom time. I finished the bathroom, which is a huge accomplishment. So it no longer is a jump scare. We are trying not to have too much on the countertops just because I don't want it to be messy. But I will be putting a little tray here for the things that we do use every day, like our soap. And then obviously we both have our own mouthwash because it's more sanitary that way. And then this, I'm trying to figure out, this is such an eyesore, but like I need this to charge my toothbrush. So I'm just gonna leave, we each have our own little like toothbrush section. And then I decided I'm getting a little riser thing to put down here for all of my daily skincare. But for now I squeezed it all in this tiny little girl. And then here I put all of my I put my toothpaste, of course, and then like some supplement things that I use every day, my depuffing wand that I use every day, my gua sha that I use every day, my scar tape that I use every day. So these are things in these two drawers, things that I use every day. And then I ended up ordering organizers. They come in a few days, but for now, it looks messy, but it's not. Once the organizers come, I'll have everything in place in order to organize. But here, this is literally all of our medicine. And then just like my little shower cap that I need to have a little hanger for. I think we're going to get one for the back of the door. But this is literally all of our medicine. I just went through that entire thing and threw away everything that was expired. We kept everything that's not expired yet. So that's great. And then I have my makeup bag there. And then just like my everyday like lotions, hair masks type thing there. I have like backup things in the back, high frequency tool, and then here's like period things mixed with face masks, and then I have my headbands sitting there, and obviously my water pick, just like easy to grab because I use it every day. I'm glad the rest of my beauty things are gonna go in my beauty room / office because I don't know where else I would have fit all that stuff. It's literally a whole box full of things. And then for Taylor, he put his colognes in here. And then more of his like everyday, literally being a man is so simple. His like toothbrush, his little Vaseline, and his hairbrush. That's all he needs in these things. And then down here, he literally only takes up this little section with his like hair stuff and his lotions and deodorant and stuff. And then we ended up having this from our Atlanta apartment. I literally tried to clean this, but it would not freaking come off as much as I would want it to. But it's just like spilled. Like, I don't know. I'm literally trying to get it out. I can't. So we're going to use this top drawer for, hello? Oh, I think this is the back of the drawer. 1 second. Okay, so in this, we ended up having this organizer from our Atlanta apartment. And so I ended up using it for like up here is everything that it's like things that are new that we haven't opened and that are like to replenish. So like our toothpaste, some soap, and then our face oil cleanser. And then these are like cleaning supplies that we use every day. We need to fill up our branch basics. And then just toilet paper in the bottom that we can like use to replenish. So that is going to be great. It looks super organized. And when the other organizers come, I'll finish organizing. The shower is something we'll organize later on, but thankfully it already came with these little built-in thingies, so we just naturally gravitated towards which side we're picking. So I guess that's my side and that's Taylor's side. Eventually we'll like figure out something to make it look neater and cuter, but for now I'm pleased that at least our bathroom is functional and we can use it. We can use all of our things and they're semi-organized to where we're not like pulling things out of a box and we're not living off of our travel bags. Guys, update. I am out of breath because I've been literally going and going and going, but I'm so proud of myself because look at my bedroom. Okay, so let me explain what we got going on. unpacked some boxes. The bathroom, like I said, is done. So this is not a jump scare anymore. That's dirty laundry. All of these boxes we're not going to open because they require us having room for storage. So like a dresser, nightstands, and then more closet space. And so until we have that, we're going to leave that stuff in there. It's things that we don't necessarily need right now in the coming like 2 or 3 weeks. So I went ahead and just like went through them and like labeled like what's in each box. That way we know. And then same with this box. It has like just like miscellaneous things that we can just like pop open once we have places to put them. This stuff is clean laundry that I'm about to fold. That corner, both bags are shoe bags, which what on earth is wrong with me? Literally. Because my man, he's not a hoarder and he's not a shopaholic. Me, I have a problem. So until we have a shoe rack, I'm not going to go through this because I know I'm going to donate some stuff. But also, I don't want, like, this is all stuff that was in my suitcases that I had just packed. So I just took it out and like laid it out there, but those, you see those 2 bags, that's not going to be pretty under here for now. So for now, that's staying in that corner and I'll go through it when I have time and when we have storage for that. Those drawers are still empty, so I'm about to fold the laundry that is clean along with some of the stuff that came out of the suitcases that we had, like workout clothes that I had packed and like an extra pajama, things to get us through these next couple of weeks. And I'm going to organize it all for us in that little dresser thing that we have in the closet. This is all a mess. I want to get cohesive hangers. Taylor wants to get wooden hangers, which I agree. I used to really love these, but they just break so easily. And as you can see, we have a gazillion of them. So I'm going to use them while we have them. So I'm going to use them to hang up that stuff. And then this stuff is extra things that I need to hang as well. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to try to get all the clothes picked up, all the laundry folded, all the stuff on the air mattress folded and put away. And then my last task will be to get all of the winter things into the guest closet. This stuff needs to come downstairs because it's like catch-all drawer things, batteries, yada yada, all the things that need to go downstairs, a little bag of trash, and you guys, this bedroom will pretty much be done. I'm also going to deflate that air mattress since we are just sleeping in the guest room until we get our bed, but then our room will just be like empty and walkable, which will make me feel a lot better, and then we can move on to another house project. So I feel like today has been actually the most productive I've been in a few days. Everything just gets so daunting and overwhelming, but I feel like bite sizes and doing it slowly feels good. So also just like splitting tasks, like Taylor's still working on the cabinets and I'll show you an update. I haven't seen them myself, so we can both have a reveal together. But as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to go downstairs and help him measure the bottom cabinets and start cutting. I just choked. And start cutting those papers. But I still have a little bit of work here to do. But the next update, you will see all of this stuff folded, taken care of, except for that bag. All of these clothes will be put away. So let's see it. Okay, it's all done. Okay, girls, this is the true life of somebody that is getting their life together. I just finished responding to a bunch of emails for my business. I have a photography business and I also work full time, and we're moving and I'm a busy girl. So as you can see, it's literally 11:13. Yeah, it's 11:13 p.m. I am very exhausted. I need to be up early tomorrow, but I'm also focusing on getting my full 8 hours of sleep. So I might not wake up super early. I'll probably just wake up right when I need to start working, which I hate having to do. But when days like today happen, it just is what it is. You just have to get stuff done. So I just finished responding to a bunch of inquiries and client emails that I had for my business, which I'm really glad I did. I don't like making people wait for responses for longer than like 48 hours if I'm like drowning, just because like that's how I would like to be treated if I'm paying for a service, or if I'm like, emailing somebody. So that is the vibe. I will show you how the kitchen is doing. We have these two little ones up there that Taylor's working on. We have not been able to move any further from that. This is the update. We need to do those two and the crown molding and then move on to down here. But that is where we're at. I am so exhausted. I'm ready for bed. I'm trying to close out down here, put some of this stuff away, and then I'm gonna go to bed. Okay, you guys, this has been a very chaotic vlog. You've gotten to see, literally it's about 3 days compiled onto each other on what on earth we're doing to get this house together. But this progress, I would like to say I'm very proud of the fact that we have a floor to walk on in our bedroom. This is for somebody else to do. I'm kidding. This is for future me to do when I have a shoe rack or something to put the shoes in. That stuff is when we have a dresser and nightstands, and we still have to go through some of that. That's dirty laundry that I need to wash. But boom, the dirty laundry in here, no longer. It's all folded and put up. There's stuff in here now. This winter stuff needs to be put in other closets that I need to decide where. But at least we have an organized bathroom, organized bedroom. We have things that are going to the attic. Laundry currently getting done. Kitchen update. So I've given you all the updates that we have thus far. I hope we start getting some furniture in. I might start a whole new vlog tomorrow and just compile a few days on each other like I did this one. And just give you day by day update what we're doing, what updates we're getting. But so far so good. I'm very proud of us. It has been a week and 2 days, and I feel like this is as settled as you can get when you don't have any furniture. So that's that. I love you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I'm so excited to continue to bring you along, and let's do this thing. Okay.